Hey everybody, it's Ed. Today we are going to focus on Elvis Presley covers, specifically what I feel are the five most iconic Elvis Presley album covers. Now, during Elvis Presley's lifetime, he released dozens of LPs, albums, singles, EPs, a lot of material. So I thought it would be fun to go through the albums and pick what I felt were the five most iconic album covers. So these are going to range from the years 1956 up until his death in 1977. So again, we will be looking at the five most iconic Elvis Presley album covers. And again, this is just my opinion. Let me know what you think. We are going to start with what I picked for number five. And what I picked for number five, as far as album covers goes, actually happens to be one of my all-time favorite albums altogether. And that is I'm 10,000 Years Old, Elvis Country. And what I feel is iconic about this album cover is the fact that we see a very young Elvis. And he is also pictured with his parents. And it's a simple cover, but effective. And this is what the back looks like. Now, what I'm doing is I'm not actually using the albums themselves. I'm using from the 60 CD album collection from RCA Legacy because the covers are identical to the original pressings and they're easier to show. So that's why we're doing it this way. All right, so this is what I picked for number five. Number five, I'm 10,000 Years Old, Elvis Country. Number four, we are going to go with From Elvis in Memphis. This shot, I almost actually picked for number one, but I figured let me put it down to number four, and you will see what number one will be. And I feel number one is fitting. All right, but again, just an iconic image. Elvis standing with his guitar, and the silhouettes in the background. Just everything about this cover is iconic, I feel. And this is what the back looks like. All right, and then moving on to number three. From 1956, we have the debut album. Nope, this did not make number one. This is number three on my list. I probably should have pushed it up to number two. You will see what number two is in a minute. Some of you may think this should be pushed up to number one. I don't know. You'll have to let me know in the comments. All right, but the debut LP from Elvis Presley back in 1956, and this album has been, what's the word, given homage, there you go, by multiple people or bands, and don't really know what I can say about it other than iconic. All right, number two most iconic Elvis Presley album cover. We have Greatest Hits Volume 2, 50 million Elvis fans. Can't be wrong. Got Elvis in the gold lame suit, multiple Elvi on the in the gold lame suit, chilling on the album cover. Here is what the back looks like. Nice portrait. Before he started growing the sideburns back again. And here we go again. All right, so number two most iconic Elvis album covers would be this one. Again, my opinion. All right, and what do we have for number one? For number one, we have, well, some of you may have already guessed it because you may have seen it on my wall, but from 1968, we have the TV special cover in the white suit with the large Elvis in red lights behind him. I think this has pretty much always been one of my favorite album covers of Elvis's since I can remember. Great picture, just great image, and again, iconic. That's the front. Here is the back. And that is it. So again, we have number one. Again, this is my opinion, everybody. Let me know what you think. Number two, most iconic album cover. The number three, most iconic album cover. of Elvis, the number 4 most iconic album cover of Elvis, and the number 5 most iconic album cover by Elvis. Now, of course, we can go on because many of his album covers, I feel, are iconic, and a lot of them are very similar in the sense that a lot of them seem to be concert pictures from the 70s, but different poses, different looks, different, ranges, whether it be a body shot, mid-range, close-up, all different types. But again, these are what I felt would be the 5 most iconic album covers of Elvis's through his lifetime releases. So there you have it. That's my list. Let me know what you think in the comments if you would like. Give me your list. What do you feel are the 5 most iconic Elvis Presley covers that were released during his lifetime? I could have gone post-lifetime too, but that would have been very difficult because there's a lot of great covers. Maybe we'll do that one next. All right? All right, everybody, I appreciate you watching as always. And as always, be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and take care.